Hey guys, I have a gel pen collection video tonight, and these are all the pens that I own other than a caboodle filled with vintage 1990s pens and then my 2016 edition Super Marble pens. So this thing I like because it's got slots for a couple hundred pens and then a side compartment. I put like dinosaur erasers. This is from Happy Mail, and then some pens here, and then this is the brand. There's a lot of different brands like this on Amazon. It was about, I want to say 20 something. I got this set of pins for Christmas. It's a Dirty Santa thing, and each pin kind of lasts about 4 pages in my current journal, so I think I'll use these up pretty quick. I've used a decent amount of them already. But yeah, the side containers these, I'll show those last. But I cleaned out my pin collection last fall to fit them all in this, and I like having all my stuff in just one container now. It's easier to keep up with, and since I'm moving and stuff, a little over a month. Not nervous at all. Freaking out. But yeah, I like having my stuff kind of consolidated, and I cleaned out all the pins that I didn't like the color. I just kept the ones I thought I'd use and enjoy. I have another set of pins coming tomorrow, the scented Papermate Flare that I just saw, that is a new thing, and I couldn't resist those. But yeah, I do have some more of the 2020 Jelly Roll pens in my current pen case. That's this big old pen case I keep as like a nightstand pen case. This is pretty much it. So technically not all the pens I own, but all but like 20. These are my Jelly Roll pens. These are some older Darker Stardust editions they haven't made in many years. The pastel ones, these were, they brought these back a handful of years ago. They were the baby colors in the 90s, and they discontinued them for about 20 years, and then they brought them back. So our campaign, I think we called it Bring Back in 2016 or so, actually worked. I mean, I don't know if that's why they brought it back, but like people requesting it in general tends to help companies consider bringing back a product. And yeah, we need to get Super Marble pens brought back for the second time, and in the first original edition, because the 2016 edition just was not as cute as the 1990s ones. These are the 2020 set of Jelly Rolls, and some of these colors too. They're really different colors, like the grays and khaki or whatever that is. I haven't really been using Jelly Rolls much lately because I've been like super inky pens. But yeah, this entire pen case is just stuff that I really thought I'd like and use at some point, instead of just, having every pen ever. I gave the extra ones to my office, and they were excited. I got a text like, "Oh my god," one weekend when the girl's like, "I went into his pin heaven" or something. So it's kind of fun to have people around that like pens. These are the Sarasa marble pens, and they're not very marbly, but the pink and the purple caps are more marbly than the others, so I just kept those out of all the sets I had. And then these I've had since probably 2013 or 14. And these are Acro balls, but the ones that they made back then were these colors, and now they only have black ink. This one's from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure I've had it for over a decade. And this one I have had since probably 2008. It's a Tinker Toy pen, and you can open this cap. I washi taped it because it kind of comes off a lot now because it's so old. But you can actually play with the little Tinker Toys. And these are some pens that are scented from Dollar Tree that these actually smell. I really like these. I'm using a few of these in my nightstand pen case, and I used to use these all the time, but then I got on a kick of gel pens, and probably 2013 or 14 is kind of when my pen addiction sort of started really growing. Got some of these. These are I can't really read what that says. I'm old. Oh, these are the Raymond Gettys rainbow pens. This pen I got during Times Square New Year's 2014-15. These things, the slots are pretty small, so you really can't, like if it's a G2 type of pen, it's kind of hard to put them in there. It's kind of hard to put it in there. And you can really just get about 2 in there. But yeah, I've got this popcorn pen, and the grip on these, the plastic part right here is scented, not the actual ink, but they're really fun. Pizza one and popcorn, strawberry one. These monster pens, and then these two Coletto pens, and I really like the pastel colors to color. I didn't know they existed. And that was a gift last year. I was really excited because I had never seen those. I'm kind of slacking off on my pen addiction. Then these, big for her. And these, I saw some reviews online, like, how dare they make for her, they call it for her, and like genderized pens, but it's flowers. And I mean, they could have called it something more creative, but I don't really, it's a pen. I don't really care. I'm a girl and I like flowers. Then Crayola Ombre edition from last year. Some Sarasa scented pens, and these you have to stick your face up to be able to smell, but they're so fun. There's some chocolate scented ones. I want to say there's some Pilot Juice scented pens. Here's a Chupa Chup Sarasa scented one. Oh yeah, a peach Pilot Juice scented one. And you also have to stick your face up to the page. Ice cream scented ones. But I don't know, it's something different. I like really inky pens, and these aren't very inky. These are 0.5 and 0.7 usually, and I like them thick. So then I've got a few 1990s. I don't know what these are called. Gel, I can't read that far, fuck it, but they're old. These are the La Fleuche edition, and a few of those had actually dried up. I got those in probably 2015. I've had them a long time, but they did start drying up. Most of my vintage pen collection, my old Super Marbles and stuff, work fine, but occasionally you have some that dry up, or it takes too much effort to get them to work. So yeah, I kept the ones that worked well. These are Sniff It scented pens. These are really old, and these actually work. A lot of these old ones, if you use them back then and then you put them away for 20 years, then they don't work. But if they're new, they've never been used, then they're more likely to work. Some color exchanger ones, also from the 90s. Hopefully you can see any of these. I know some people swatch them, but that would take all of eternity. This one smells like vanilla. These Sniffits are among my favorite. There's a lavender one scented right here. And then these are some Amazon ones that I've gotten a few times. They're just happy looking. I think they actually say happy on the side. But I can't, happy, yeah, they say happy day on them. Some Bic vintage 1990s pencils. One of these crown pens that a lot of people have, and these are really cute, but sometimes this part does break off if you're not careful. This metallic Bic 4 color. I used to really use 4 colors a lot, and then I guess I just didn't have any for a while, but I got this as a gift last year. I was excited to have it in my life again. And then this Charms pen, I think I've had since like 2006, and it still works. Some vintage Super Marble pens. I kept some in here just in case I lost my 1990s caboodle pen case. So I like to have multiple stuff. And then mica pens were discontinued last year, so I got another set. Well, I mean, I have one set now, but I'd had them before and not really used them because they're really thin. They're let's see. Okay, there's no way I can read that far. It's kind of dark in here, and I'm old. Well, ooh, 0.3. Okay, so these are ridiculously thin. But they're pretty. They have the diamond on the end. Well, like the plastic that looks like a diamond on the end. And you can refill them with mica high-tech C's, or just probably cram something else in there. So yeah, there's those. And another one of the Raymond Gettys rainbow pens. This one was I got for Christmas, and same with these Sharpie gel pens. And these dry pretty quick. I like that. I like how having pens that some are super inky and take a long time to dry, but then I like having some that if I just want to vent really quick and have a pen that dry quick, so I've got that option too. A frozen scented pen. It's also for Christmas. Actually, this was a gift too. This is glitter. I don't really write with this. Usually I just kind of play with it. It's from a bat cave. It's got bats in it. It reminds me of a wand I had in elementary school. A little old Lily Pulitzer pen. This, a Mary Engelbright pen from the 90s. I've had this like that forever, and then I've had this forever. I'm pretty sure I got this like Walgreens or CVS or somewhere like that, or maybe Target. When I was young, like I was a teenager, I just wanted a nice pen, so this was like a $20 pen. That was a fancy thing to me back then. Came with a pencil, but I don't use pencils, so I didn't keep it. This, I don't really, I mean, I just ordered a set of scented flare because I'm obsessed with scented pens, but I usually don't use felt tip, but I like that color enough to do it anyway. And this one, I think this one's by Smiggle brand. Yeah, Smiggle brand. Then a Tutti Frutti scented ones. These are pretty light, and the older I get, the harder it is to see light shit. I like these. These are really glittery. Actually, I'm going to take these out and put in my current pen case because I'm on a kick of like inky pens. These are Tri-Gel fashion pens. I'm pretty sure these are Dollar General. I think it's a brand. And same with these. Hopefully you guys can see better than I can. Here's a 2016 Super Marble pen. I have an absurd amount of these elsewhere, but yeah. I think I've had this for like over a decade too. It's a little pencil case. It doesn't have a sharpener, so I've never really used this. And then, oops, these midliners, and I know a lot of people are obsessed with these, and as cute as the colors are, I don't really use felt tip, but I don't really use highlighters for anything, so I haven't really like used these much yet, but I think eventually I'll find a good use for them. I really want to do grad school and actually read textbooks and like be all student-y. I'm in school now. I'm dropped out, but all my textbooks now are online and I don't read them anyway. A G2. I don't actually remember if I have any G2s in that container. I don't think I do. That's kind of random. G2s and Jelly Rolls were the first pens I used when I first started journaling in 2006, and one of those charm pens I got from Target back then. It's kind of interesting how our preferences and stuff changes over the years. More Tutti Frutti scented ones. I used to swirl the ink out myself, but occasionally it kind of turns into like crap brown. Another Dollar General pen. These are really glittery. Or maybe not this one. This looking one's glittery. Energel. These are pretty fine of a tip. Glitter. This one's a Smiggle one. This one's really fun to play with too. Okay, I have one more pen that I got, and I had a Dirty Santa thing too. It wasn't my gift, but the people around me knew I liked pens so much that she gave me glitter pens. This made me think of that. I gave myself this for Christmas, a vintage Lisa Frank one. It doesn't write, I doubt, but I can find refills sometimes, usually. Marble, Sarasa. I just wish these were more inky. I'd use them a lot more if they were. Another Raymond Gettys pen, and then more of these Dollar General ones. I'm gonna use these tonight. Pentel Rsvp. I used these a lot in like middle school. Some pens, as nice as they are, it kind of reminds me of like either school or work or like sometime in my life, and I am less inclined to use them. That's kind of what Jelly Rolls too. Here's that other midliner. With Jelly Rolls too, I used those to write notes to people in high school. So it kind of sometimes a little bit nostalgic, even though it's just a pen. This one was from Happy Meal. This one just makes me happy. Like the glitter one does. I have no idea what brand this is, but it's really fun. I like to have like stuff like that, like stuff that reminds you of like a fun vacation or something from a friend, or like a random funny dinosaur, or like just stuff like that to kind of brighten your day. I like to have that kind of thing in my pen case. This little French fried pen. Had this for like 8 years, I think, 7 years. I got it on Amazon. A dark Stardust Jelly Roll, and then a Energel pen, and that's it. You probably just saw my toe, but anyway, have a good one. Good night.